And now, the Fortress of Evil. The Cyber Demon debuts in this one. Alright! I can't wait. This is the other one I was thinking. This is the level I was thinking of when I was doing the restaurant. It was the Fortress of Evil. And we're gonna have to divide it into quadrants or something in order to do the certain things in it. And it's gonna be wild and crazy. It is developed by Robert Pattinson, who is the next Batman, or I don't know. I kind of like the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, though. Like, a lot. I don't know why they went with a grunge motif, but he actually did detective work, and, you know, a good Batman story has to be detective work. Less Detective Comics forgets they're about detectives first and started all pulpy and stuff. You forget that, you forget the point. I would actually like to see some, like, 30s pulp comics. That sounds like it'd be fun. Yeah. Is this reminding you of another Doom 2 level you may have seen before? Like maybe the Citadel? Or that one next to it, beside it? I forget if it's before or after. And we've got a Baron guarding the, I don't know, he's just at a post. He's at his post. The Baron post. Everyone's heard of the Baron post. Post-Baron posts. And their postage system. Oh, yes. We know all about you, other Baron post. I guess all 4 posts have a Baron on them? And they have Arachnotrons in there too, which you can warp to if you haven't already dealt with them, and then you just have to stab them in the back, maybe with, preferably with a BFG. Yeah. Oh no. Man, the Revenant is the worst thing to face in an open environment. Damn. Oh, and hit scanners. You know what? Yeah, hit scanners are pretty bad. Damn you, chain gunners shooting over the enemies that I'm shooting. Arg, it's almost as if there's a reason behind you being annoying or something. I haven't really studied the skybox in this mod, but they're technically different. I just don't know for what purpose they are different. The sky looks like Pepto-Bismol today. Who knows? Big Rigs. Rig Biggs. Rig Biggsy Jr. Higsby. Doctor. How much is the chain gunner through the window? I'm tired of that joke so many times. Come on, post-it notes, Baron. Give me your post-it notes. I need you at my office in 0666 hours. You can do it. So when would 666 a.m. be? It'd actually be 7:06. So let it be known you might have a problem if you wake up at 7:06 every morning. Just telling you now. Just in case it ever happens to you! The time of evil! Oh! What, you mean 7 o'clock is a reasonable time to get up? Well, actually, yes. It kinda is. Although lately I've been going... just making sure I'm up by 9. Used to be much earlier. Nowadays I don't really care too much, but I don't go beyond midnight so much as I did. So that way I have some breathing room to give myself the proper sleep times. Just give me a while after this playthrough. I'll stop discussing sleep by then, hopefully. It does take a few weeks for good sleep to take hold, you know. It's not like you're going to be in sleep debt forever, but, you know, when you look up health stuff at the end, they're just like, it's irreversible. By the way, you have cancer and diabetes, and you're going to get a heart attack. And every literally other thing, there's nothing you can do. We shouldn't even be giving you advice. That's exactly why you go to doctors, because getting health advice off the internet is just bad. Oh yeah, don't worry, just shove this drug in yourself. You'll feel better. Boom, dead. Yeah, you're gonna test that on yourself. Okay. Don't say we didn't warn you, weird toothpaste color in the sky. Your toothpaste is a Pepto-Bismol color? Yes. It's a toothpaste that helps with digestion in and out. Of course. Why didn't I think it before? Good colon health starts at the mouth. Mouth to colon resuscitation. Picked up a box of bullets and I shoved them up my gullets. That's probably not a good thing to do, and that's just what I say to you. Just give it time. Give it a little time. Am I ever getting inside this thing? Hello? Actually, I'm anticipating one of those 30-second bullshit things again. I just had to make sure I picked up everything on the outside. Here we are, trapped for 30 seconds. Enjoy your stay. Roaches check in, but they don't check out. Roaches check in, and they don't check out. Okay, good. He's got the gout, man. Oh, no. Thank you, random voodoo priest. I had no idea. I missed the Voodoo 3DX card. Well, you don't have to miss it, but... Oh, yeah. I wonder if people are using FPGA technology to recreate old computer hardware. Ooh, that sounds like fun. You would think I'd be the type of person to mess with that FPGA. Not particularly, but obviously I could see someone having a lot of fun with that. So, you know, kudos to you. The only real problem I have with FPGA, besides it sounding gimmicky, but no, it has a place. It has a very good place. Especially for retro gaming. But, the only really problem I have with FPGA is the same thing I have with CD-ROMs that are not rewritable. It's like, you better make it work once, or you're fucked. Which is why I usually get, you know, a company to do it instead of you trying to do it yourself, because you're just like, well, I guess this is unusable now. Whoops! It'd be cool if I could use it to somehow turn one kind of processor into another somehow. I don't know, I find the whole thing fascinating, as in like, yeah, dude, it's like an emulator for your hardware, and you're just like, what? I guess that's one way to combat the rust, assuming you have the specs correctly. We're gonna have to download a 3D printer of blueprints of consoles now. Do people keep around blueprints of video game consoles? I'm sure they do. Yeah, so like 3D print, put the FPGA components in it, bam, you got yourself a brand new Sega Genesis. Awesome. What about handhelds? Oh, that must be hell. Particularly with the LED screens. Oh god. I do not want to be there when you can't make that happen. Aha! What? Crate maze. It's a very great place to store your crates. The great crate escape. The best game? No. I need to play Ape Escape. I actually really like Ape Escape. It's a good game. I need to play it. But I have this thing when I play PS1 games. I don't know, the warbly textures just kind of tingle my spine. I don't know, it feels wrong. It feels like I did something wrong playing a PS1 game that just warbles the textures. I mean, that's one thing N64 got right, was not warbling the textures. That's okay, because the N64's downsized the fucking draw distance, which is arguably worse. Oh well. Hey, there's a map over there. I'm gonna have to teleport there someday. Well, yeah. You know, if you teleporters and you go through and you're back and you're forth and your fly hybrid combinations, you know. What we don't always know cannot save us from the bend of destruction. It's time for some slam poetry. Slam! Come on and slam! And welcome to this poetry jam. If you want a poetry slam, then come on and eat my poetry jam. By the Quad City Poets. Yeah. And then they have this rhyme session about a train. I don't know. Something about rhyming. That's the stuff. Going all and calling my bluff. My bluff. Don't worry, I'll get that Megasphere when I actually need it. Like, maybe after Cyber Demon kills me in one shot. Wow. I like how all my health went down, but my armor was still staying on. It's like... That makes me think of that meme image of the knight getting shot by an arrow directly into the helmet at like the smallest gaping hole. It's like, damn, I thought it was fully protected. I got killed, but at least my armor's intact. Woohoo! Ha ha ha. I'm getting lots of damage. Yeah, Megasphere after dealing with this guy for sure. Let's go do that. The only proper solution is to bandage yourself up with a couple things. One is a soul sphere, another's a Megasphere, Gumby. He's here, showing you the horrors of claymation. Gumby. Yeah, claymation, stop motion claymation can be kind of horrifying, but also fun! Hey, hey. Okay, there we are. Yes. In order to make that hole be available, you had to cross a specific point where there's like moss on the ground. How would I even know that unless I did it accidentally? So if you wonder why I use guides for this, that's why. Come on. Although it could be fun trying to figure out yourself. I'm on a timeshare of immortal lifespan, so please forgive me if I don't wait. It's not as if you're not waiting by watching this whole thing. What are you even watching this for? Just like fast forward to a part I've already dealt with. Forget about me talking. Huh. Forget about all that crap. Forget about it. Forgetting all the stuff present within a tiny consciousness in the minimal maximal universe. The horizontal and the vertical and the diagonal. We control the diagonal. The outer dimensions. It's like limits, but better. The Outer Limits. A sci-fi anthology horror calculus. That kind of limits. Oh, yes. Aye, there we go. Get them chain guns going. Welcome to prison. Here's the local fat guy in prison you probably want to avoid, because prison jokes. Yeah, oh no. Hey, Blue Skull! I don't get the keys in order. There is no key order. Shut up. There was never a key order. A key order's just a myth. Oh, Guy. Hi, Guy. Yeah, I was watching some Alone in the Dark. The early stuff. Those are some amazing polygons for fucking 91. Holy crap. Seriously. Like, I can understand why it's, like, underloved now, but at the time, where you could actually have an actual 3D fucking game, in 91. In 90 fucking 1. When it took us until, like, 5 years later, I'd say, to really harness the powers of 3D on the regular. It's quite impressive, considering how fast video games were evolving in the 90s, and I do mean very fast. It's like everyone's brain just started expanding several times and just like, whoa, video games, thank you! They say video games are a really huge industry, but how much of that is people paying out of their pocket just to get, like, the jump on their neighbors of being the best at Candy Crush? Right? Like, I don't think the money's going into stuff I like doing. I'm sure it goes in the Nintendo stuff, but not in the ROM hacks. No one pays these ROM hackers, by the way. I'm starting to consider seeing if it's possible to, like, donate money to people who make good mods of stuff. I should really consider that. I mean, if you're on itch.io, I can kind of do that already. So there is that to think about. I'm actually building a small list of things I want to delve on itch.io that might be feasible for me to cover on YouTube one day if they're ever finished, or if they're already finished, then I can just like cover it then. So feel free to let me know of any itch.io findings you may have, because it's kind of hard for me to search itch.io, but there's a lot of things I end up liking in there if I look long enough, so it could be fun just trawling through all the things people have made, whether they're good or bad, or everything in between, or just outright abstract, and you're like, is this even a game anymore? And you're like, I don't care. This is just someone's vision. Oh well. Yeah, the artsy gameplays. You say that, but there's some plenty more logical type games for me, so, you know, don't be hating, be appreciating. But really, trying to search itch.io is kind of harder than I would think. Even though, like, the actual interface for searching within itch.io is perfectly good. I just think maybe its algorithm for searching might not be the best. I'm not sure how it works under the hood. I don't go asking around how people's websites work. Dude. Oh man, look at all those lines in the land that I'm never going to interact with. It's almost like they're lines that probably... See, why can't you take those lines out of your map? I'm not going to interact with those lines. You know the ones that look like this hair coming out of the circles? No, take those lines out of your map. I mean, you can already take lines out when you're trying to hide stuff from me when I'm going outside the map somehow, so why don't you do it there? Make it less annoying for me, please. Because I'll be like, oh, here's a line I haven't looked at yet. That's going to drive me crazy. But you never have to 100% a map, so... whatever. Teleporter's on the way. Switching to the ship exit. Oh, we're at 73 again. So much for numerical order. There we go. Damn it all, Patent Doll. Your Fortress of Evil was my greatest FOE ever. Oh, yes. Oh no, what items did I miss? Oh no, not perfect. Now I'm gonna have to hang up my coat. I'll never work in this town again. Oh. Where even was the Fortress of Evil? Was that some planet somewhere? What the fuck, guys? Just random medieval junk. That's okay.